What's up, everybody? It's Patrick back again for some Pat's Supernatural Chats and Chatters. This particular episode 4, I'm going to be touching on the subject of the ghost or the soul or the spirit. Has a lot of names to people, whatever you choose to call it. But there's a lot of people, paranormal experts, and paranormal researchers, all on TV, writing books on the radio, with all these theories or hypothesis is what they really are, and saying stuff like when a ghost is around, the temperature drops, or when a spirit is trying to gain energy, the EMF field is disrupted. Most of these people, I don't think they really know what the hell they're talking about. I think I do a little bit, just a little bit, but it's better than nothing, and like these people. But what I'm going to be saying is my hypotenuses, theses of where the person's soul is in the body, and how it is able to roam freely throughout the world or the universe when the physical body is dead. So enjoy, I hope. Well, the first thing that needs to be discussed in this area is what a subject of science would this phenomena of the soul be located in. You know what I'm talking about? Is it biological, chemical, physical, like physics, psychological, neurological, like the brain? This is something these people aren't thinking about while they're saying their crazy ideas that you're all goo-goo-eyed about. Like the spirit. Is it in our cells, in our DNA, that is it stored in there? For when we die, it's released somehow, like chemically, a chemical reaction or a chemical diffusion. When we become deceased, it releases. Maybe it's physical, energy. All of this talk of energy, which I'll get to a little bit later, but psychologically, like in the brain, a lot of people say everybody has a theory about the part of the brain where the spirit is located. I personally think if the spirit is located in the brain somehow, it will be in the part of consciousness, the parts that are more relevant to consciousness. So this is something that nobody is talking about. I mean, there might be some serious people, but that are thinking of it in these aspects. But of course, the scientific world isn't going to pay attention to them, and the television world isn't going to pay attention to them because it's just not that exciting. They'd rather have some idiot that's on there saying something stupid and getting scared every 5 seconds. But yeah, I mean, think about it in that way. That's first what we have to do if we're going to get a little bit close to the ghost. Let's talk about energy right now, because that's mostly what you hear on these paranormal shows. They walk into a room, I feel negative energy. You like that? That's my Chip Coffee and every other psychic that's ever lived. Negative energy. Anyway, I'm going to say something that a lot of you might get mad about. There's no such thing as negative energy or positive energy. There's just energy. Well, a lot of different types of energy, but there's thermo energy, nuclear energy, kinetic energy, potential energy, acoustic energy, electromagnetic energy, no negative energy, psychic children. You could say I have a bad feeling in here or I'm getting bad vibes, but no negative energy. What is that? What is negative energy? It's a what? You done studies of this? Get out of here. Now, you know when they have the cold spot, there's a cold spot, the ghost is right here, drawing my energy from me. Okay, this doesn't make sense a little bit because you know when they have the infrared camera looking everywhere and they see like a warmer spot that looks like a figure, and they say it's a ghost. A lot of people cite the conservation of energy. You know, energy can't be created or destroyed, which is true. There's something that goes along with this called entropy. Entropy means a lot of things, but one of the things it means is heat always goes from hot to cold. That's how heat flows, hot to cold, not cold to hot. Hot to cold. Warm to freezing. That's how heat flows. So if you're feeling a cold spot and the temperature is dropping, okay, the cold spot on your hand and is the heat being drawn from you, if indeed ghosts can do that. So when you have the thermometer and it's going down, no, that doesn't make sense because what you really need to be looking for is a warmer spot. Because if your hand is heat is being drawn, the heat from your hand, that's why it's cold, is being drawn to something that is using that, then it won't get colder, it'll get warmer. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That's what I've been trying to tell you people. Just think about that for a second. Rewind this if you haven't shut it off by now. Rewind this and listen to it again. It might make sense to you. Warm spot, not cold spot. That's what you need to look for. Now on to the psychological perspective of all this. If your soul is located in the dome, where at? Where so? I've been reading things, you know, a lot of people say it's the hypothalamus. I don't know about the hypothalamus, you know, that's like a hormone center, hormone central, but I don't know if what I'm reading is just by, you know, quacks that paranormal people consider quacks. That's a contradiction. Paranormal people consider other people quacks. You're boring me back to death and I'm already I'm just messing around. I don't know about hypothalamus, like I said. I would say the areas that have to do with consciousness, the cortexes, those zones. Because my personal belief is that, you know, your consciousness can survive outside of your body. I'll talk about, you know, proofs, kind of proofs of this, you know, later, you know, with ESP and so forth, psychokinesis, telekinesis. Sorry. Anywho, you know, and I'm thinking how, you know, you can get knocked unconscious, but I still believe like your consciousness is there. But how is the consciousness outside of the body? I think, you know, it has to do with brain waves, you know, beta, alpha, delta, theta. And I'm leaning toward, you know, like alpha waves. Alpha waves, that's like when you're meditating or in a hypnotic state. That's what I think, like, maybe it's like for your soul to be out of you, your consciousness to be out of you, something like in a meditative or trance state. But how? Are you suggesting free floating alpha waves? It's a revolutionary new hypothesis by Pat of PSI, the Paranormal Group, and of Supernatural Chats and Chatters. You heard it here first. But I know it's far-fetched. I mean, I got a long way to go to prove that free-floating alpha waves, but it sounds crazy, but maybe it's true. You know, maybe one day. But it's like it's a secret. I'm just telling you. Hey, hey, come here. Free-floating alpha waves at a frequency of 8 to 12 CPS. Take that to the bank, Holmes. Now this is the biggest thing to go along with the paranormal and ghost theory is the EMFs. You know, the people going there with the EMF meter, it goes off, bloop, 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 it's a ghost. First, I'll just explain that the Earth has a natural electromagnetic field, or magnetic field. It fluctuates at times. It's stronger in some places than the other. So even when you're there and there's no technology or electric source around, it still can fluctuate, messing with your EMF meter. Same thing with the technology that you have with you. You know, video cameras, digital recorders, digital cameras. It's the same thing. Those things have natural electromagnetic fields, and those things can also fluctuate just out of nowhere for no reason. It just happens, messing with your EMF meter. Now, for something to affect the EMF field around you, something has to be charged and in motion at the same time. So if a ghost is doing this, it's charged either positively or negatively. Negative energy. I guess that's what people mean. They can feel the negative charge. People, they don't explain this. I mean, they say it's a ghost because it's going off, but they don't explain how this ghost is charged, how it's in motion. To me, this is the hardest thing to explain. I don't know how. I mean, like I said, the free-floating alpha wave infancy hypothesis that I have, it could explain it. But still, you got to know how things are in motion, I guess you would say. But if somebody can say how a ghost is naturally charged somehow and is in motion, I mean, it's really hard to explain. Harder than you think, just EMF meter going off and saying, there's a ghost here. So, if somebody can explain it, they never do. They never get deep into it explaining how it makes an electromagnetic disturbance, but I'm open to an idea, so that's that. I'm not even going to try to touch the EMF shit. Shit. Alright, I guess I'm done for now trying to, you know, explain this stuff that's really hard to explain. Like I said, harder than you think to come up with something. And, you know, I just talked about, you know, the physical, the physics, and the psychological side of this because that's what I know best. It could be biological or chemical. You know, I don't know much about biology or chemistry. I haven't really studied that stuff yet, or probably never will, but who knows. But if you have something like, maybe all this stuff is wrong. Maybe it is biological in the cells or DNA or chemical. Maybe there's a chemical side of spirituality. Maybe. And maybe you know it. Feel free to say something. Feel free to go along with what everybody else says, and not really explaining anything. But drop a comment. I'll be back with another video that will be awesome. Will be different from the norm that you're used to. See you later.